Hi, my name's Pedro Jimenez. This is my entry to try to be the speaker for our graduation. Um, this is part of my speech. Um, this is my third time back at UCLA. The first time I arrived here was back in the fall of 1998, the freshman summer program it was called. This program was supposed to help us get acclimated to the college culture. It did for me, but it got me acclimated to the wrong culture. For the next 3 years, I did just enough to keep myself from getting kicked out of the university. I worked as part of my financial aid packet, and after that, I indulged myself in the college party life, I guess. You see, the freshman summer program consisted of going to one class Monday through Thursday for a couple of hours a day, and then being given some homework I could finish in about an hour and a half, and then the rest of the time I was free to do what I wish. The 17-year-old who had grown up in a strict home in one of the worst neighborhoods in Boyle Heights took full advantage of this newfound freedom. There were consequences to this life of freedom. 3 years later, I was dropping out of school, tired of standing in line to get financial help, tired of trying to work as part of my financial aid packet and go to school at the same time. I got tired of trying to meet deadlines, and I dropped out. I dropped out along with a bad alcohol and a drug habit. For 2 years, I did nothing except live this kind of life some more. Then, somewhere into the second year of this, my brothers, a couple of twins, got hired as teachers' assistants at the elementary school we attended in that same Wyven Hood projects we grew up in. An opening came up, but you had to be going to school to be hired. I figured I would enroll back at Cal State LA and then go to work as a TA while I figured out what my next steps would be. I went to UCLA one fateful day to pick up transcripts, and I ran into a friend I hadn't seen in a couple of years. Can't remember her name for the life of me, and I can barely make out her face in my mind. But once we caught up and I shared my story, she firmly insisted I try to get back into UCLA. Um, that day, after visiting three different offices and pending some paperwork I had to turn in, I was back at UCLA for the second time. That second time was very different from the first. I had missed learning tremendously. I devoured everything they put in front of me. 3 years later, in the summer of 1998, I graduated with a double major in sociology and Chicano studies. In between, I worked as a teacher's assistant, a definite life-changing experience for me. You'll never know the feeling unless you experience it for yourself. The thrill of seeing a child's eyes light up the moment they realize they've learned something new, um, because you helped them. And how can I explain to you the moment you realize what an amazing world we live in when you learn to look at it from a preschooler's point of view? This, along with the fact that LAUSD was hiring anyone who was living, breathing, and had a bachelor's degree to teach, pushed me into the teaching profession. And for the next 15 years, I was content to teach my heart out, fall in love with my kids to the point of missing them during extended vacations year after year, only to say goodbye to them year after year. And then 2012 happened to me. In 2012, I married the girl I had known for half her life, the girl of my dreams, and the person that knows me better than I know myself, and that despite that continues to be my biggest cheerleader and supporter. Shortly after marrying this brown-eyed girl, the most amazing human being I have ever met was born to us. Her name is Amethyst Yanya Jimenez. Amethyst, precious purple stones, Yanya, Aztec word meaning forever. So this precious stone forever, she was the motivation and the push that I needed at just the right moment in my life. 6 months later, I was back at UCLA for the third time in my life, and the saying, "the third time's the charm," comes nowhere near to doing justice what this experience has been like. And that's the speech so far. Thank you.